This is the Synthetic Signal Report for Saturday, June 27th, 2026 in the morning. Today, we analyze the authorization of the Mythos AI model for select U.S. organizations, the release of the DSpark speculative decoding paper, the escalation of Russian-linked phishing campaigns targeting signal recovery keys, and a critical vulnerability in PTC Windchill and FlexPLM. We also cover the recovery of a fraud suspect in Mogadishu and the ongoing debate surrounding AI token taxation. The United States government has authorized Anthropic to release its Mythos AI model to a subset of trusted domestic organizations. This marks a significant shift in the federal approach to high-capability generative models. Mythos, recognized for its advanced reasoning and synthetic analysis, has been restricted due to export controls and security risks. By limiting access to verified entities, the government is attempting to balance domestic innovation against the risk of model proliferation to adversarial states. Technical documentation suggests Mythos exhibits a higher degree of agentic stability in closed-loop environments compared to previous iterations, making it a target for critical infrastructure monitoring and advanced threat modeling. A critical remote code execution vulnerability, tracked as a major flaw in PTC Windchill and FlexPLM, is currently under active exploitation. Threat actors are deploying web shells to gain persistent access to product lifecycle management environments, which store sensitive intellectual property. Security agencies have issued an emergency directive for immediate patching. If patching is not feasible, isolation of these servers from the internet is mandatory. Indicators of compromise include the presence of 16-character hex-named JSP files in the codebase login directory and an unauthorized text file in the system temporary directory. This incident underscores the extreme risk profile of product management software when exposed to public-facing networks. Researchers have released a paper on DSpark, a speculative decoding framework designed to accelerate language model inference. DSpark addresses the primary latency bottleneck in large model execution by predicting and verifying multiple output tokens simultaneously. The methodology demonstrates significant improvements in token generation rates without sacrificing accuracy. For developers running models on local hardware, this development is a clear path toward bridging the performance gap between monolithic cloud-based inference and local-first agentic workflows. The Federal Bureau of Investigation and CISA have issued a warning regarding a sophisticated phishing campaign tied to Russian intelligence. The attackers are specifically targeting Signal users to steal backup recovery keys. By obtaining these keys, the attackers can reconstruct the victim's historical message database. This represents an evolution in tactical surveillance. Instead of attempting to compromise the Signal protocol itself, attackers are focusing on the user's off-device backup management. Users are urged to verify their backup security settings and remain vigilant against unauthorized requests for account recovery artifacts. Community sentiment is currently focused on three major items. First, there is significant pushback against Hasbro regarding the use of AI to clone the voices of child actors in animated projects, with many labeling the practice of signing away such likeness rights as ethically untenable. Second, the tech community is closely monitoring the $250 million fraud scheme involving Abdikarim Abdullahi Idle, who was taken into custody in Mogadishu after a multi-year international search. Finally, there is a vocal segment of the development community calling for a token tax on AI usage, arguing that the concentration of compute power among a handful of firms requires a new fiscal model to redistribute the economic gains. Regarding research, there is ongoing chatter about the mega-cluster antibiotic discovery in soil bacteria, which is seen as a vital strategy to counter antimicrobial resistance. Emerging discussions on decentralized networking continue to favor IRO as a modern peer-to-peer layer for applications looking to move away from centralized cloud infrastructure.